Hi, and welcome back to my build series on YouTube. This build is going to be my Magicka Sorcerer build for the Summerset Isles patch. This is going to be a more intricate build. The pieces are going to be very hard to find, but you're going to pull better numbers with the recommendations that I'm about to give you right now. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the gear. So on the front bar, we're going to be maining Burning Spellweave. Since the staffs now take up 2 spots, what we need to do is run the Burning Spellweave jewelry and a flame staff on the front bar infused with a fiery weapon enchantment. Burning Spellweave has a great 5-piece ability. When you deal damage with a flame damage ability, you have a 15% chance to apply the burning status effect to the enemy and increase your spell damage by 507 for 8 seconds. This effect can occur once every 12 seconds. It's actually a little higher, but I have a blue piece of jewelry. So, the Maelstrom's Inferno is going to be on our back bar. The trait is going to be infused, and we're going to be running a weapon and spell damage enchantment on it. It's going to proc every time we use it. So this is what you need on there. It's going to add up pretty quickly with Burning Spellweave. We're going to be at about 1,000 extra spell damage. And then what I'm running now is Zan's. In a ranged fight, you would run Elambris. But Zan's is going to add a little bit of crit in there, and it's also going to deal a ton of damage. When you damage nearby enemy with light or heavy attack, you have a 20% chance to create a beam of fire that will connect to your enemy. The beam deals 4,814 flame damage every 1 second to your enemy for 5 seconds. Every second, this damage increases by 50%. The beam is broken if the enemy moves 10 meters away from you. This effect can occur every 18 seconds. So it's got about the same amount of proc chances like sets like Mechanical Acuity have. And then of course, for our intricate build, we're going to be running Sororias on our body. Dealing direct damage with a single target ability creates a ring of fire beneath you for 10 seconds. Standing in the ring grants you a stack of Sororia's boon for 5 seconds. Each stack increases your spell damage by 30, 20 stacks max. We're also running a Bloodthirsty trait on our jewelry. We are a high elf that improves our sustain, and we're also a vampire. Our base spell damage is 2,189. We have almost 40k max magicka. Our magic recovery is 1424. And this gets better as the fight goes on because of potions and such. So let's get into the champion points really fast. I've got 51 in Elfborn, 49 in Elemental Expert, 24 in Spell Erosion. Anywhere from 23 to 24 is going to be appropriate for the amount of penetration that you need to reach cap. Staff Expert is 25 because we are using Elemental Weapon, so we're going to be doing a lot of light attacks. We're going to do light attacks anyways. Our whole rotation is light attacks. 56 Master at Arms, that also buffs our light attack damage, and our spammable as well, Elemental Weapon. 45 into Thaumaturge. This, I believe, Zan scales off of, and the Burning also scales off of Thaumaturge. That's about it. The red tree is situational, it's for trials, and the green tree is your recovery tree. So I run 85 into Arcanist and 75 into Tenacity. Even though I'm not actually doing heavy attacks, occasionally I might need to. And I'm running 75 into the Shadow for the Treasure Hunter perk because I'm still farming for things. Skills. We're using Elemental Weapon as our spammable in place of Force Pulse. This makes it so we don't have to run an Asylum Staff. This is the key to this build. Spell Symmetry. It's a morph of Equilibrium. You barter with Oblivion to trade Vitality for power, sacrificing 6,936 health in exchange for 3,000 Magicka. After the exchange is complete, the cost of your next Magicka ability is reduced by 25% for 6 seconds. There is a few non-benefits to it, like the exchange reduces your healing done and damage shield strength by half for 4 seconds, but other people can heal you in full. We're running crystal frags. Now, when I get a crystal frag proc and I'm fully buffed, my crystal frags can hit for around 40k, and that's stealth buffed. That's not raid buffed. So crystal frags is good. We're only using this on the proc. Inner light, we do have this, I believe. No, we don't have that on both bars, but we do have it for the Mage's Guild passive and the spell critical, and also the max Magicka increase by 5% bonus. Bound Aegis is going to increase our max Magicka by 8%, and we also gain Minor Ward and Minor Resolve. This is double barred. We have Fiery Rage on our front bar. This is to get the Destruction Staff trees passives to apply on our front bar, since we're not running a Destruction Staff ability on the rest of our bar. We'll run Fiery Rage. On our back bar, Blockade of Fire. Burning enemies take 20% more damage from this ability. It's very important that you have a way to create the burning status effect on the enemies, and your way to do it is with the elemental weapon. Haunting Curse. We're basically casting this once, letting it completely run out, and then we're casting it again every rotation. So it's usually actually every 2 rotations. Liquid Lightning. We're keeping this up 100% of the time if we can. It's just a really good one, and it provides a synergy for tanks. So very good. Keep Alkosh up. Run Liquid Lightning. Bound Aegis. Again, double barring, and for here we'll be running Hardened Ward or Empowered Ward, whichever is your choice. I run Hardened Ward because I haven't changed it to Empowered, but when I do go and change the morph, it will be Empowered for the Magicka recovery, increased by 10% for your whole group. It's very important. So, let me just show you how this would work. So the rotation would be something kind of like this. You would cast your Elemental Drain, Destruction, Ultimate, Swap, and then this is how it would look. So here, I start running out of Magicka, and you'll see, that's when I will start using my Equilibrium, which also buffs my light attack because it's in that Mage's Guild. Now, as you can see, it's not exactly the most optimal thing to be running. But it does keep you afloat in a fight. And if you have a good healer, I would suggest running Equilibrium. Yep. So anyway, that would be the rotation using Equilibrium. Anyway, I hope this helped, and if it did, leave a comment, leave a like, take care, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you next time.